In Kale County have stopped a political meeting called by Tangatanga allied aspirants that had aimed at picking one candidate for the 15th December by-election. The meeting had been scheduled to take place at the Diani Reef Hotel, then later on changed to the showground. KT News reporter Tobias Chanji joins us live with an update. Chanji, what more can you tell us, sir?
A very good afternoon, Michelle. We've been camping here since 7 a.m. and we've been reporting to the audience's talk. The Kenyans, what has been transpiring since then. What I can report to you now is that the leaders that were being expected to come here anytime have already arrived, led by the former Mombasa Senator Hassan Omar. We have former Machako Senator Johnson Mthama and also former Kakamega Senator Boni Halole. But just allow me maybe to listen in to their views after they've been blocked by the police to enter that hotel that they were supposed to have that meeting.
I think Kenya is receding back to the most draconian form of administration. Uhuru has elected, after destroying the economy and destroying the society, to now destroy the constitution and our democracy. I think we'll not allow him. Kenyans must be very resolute at this hour. Uhuru is a man on exit, and I think the only thing he needs to do is to get out of the administration of this country when his time is due. We were here essentially on the invitation of the aspirants for the Msambweni sit. The aspirants have the legitimate right to campaign all over and there's also this uneven application of the law. In other areas, we are aware that even the people are headed and they're having mass rallies, they're having mass meetings. This is an attempt to frustrate the hustler nation. They are so scared with the prospects that people who they have sat on since their fathers and since this administration began or this country began are now seeking freedom, they're seeking reprieve from this humiliation. And I think we'll proceed on. I'm sure the candidate who we will support as the hustler nation will win them somewhere by election. These can only be momentary hiccups, but eventually we shall be able to overcome.
So, Mheshimiwa, what next after here?
We will go sit down and agree and regroup. I think they cannot frustrate this campaign. We have a legitimate obligation to support the candidate of our choice. We have the freedom and the right to movement. I am so saddened by police officers and other security administration officials who have been expected to safeguard the law, actually abrogate and have a very onslaught on that law enforcement. Restricting our movement, restricting our association is nothing Joseph Kinyua can speak to. These orders are illegal. Joseph Kinyua, a man who is in the face of retirement, must now exit this country, leave us in peace. I know he grew up in the old order where security informed state. Our security has now been democratized. He cannot start to securitize our democracy, and we shall, as a country, make sure that we unlock whatever obstacles through courts and through people action.
Maybe I can get 30 seconds.
Let me say this. The issues we are witnessing now, we have never witnessed before. 60 years ago, when we attained our independence, what is happening now has never happened before. And this is the making of just two people. The making of two people who believed from the first word go that coming together, the way they came together, Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga, they will control Kenyans' minds. They will control the leadership of this country. And they also agreed that between themselves, that the issues in this country and the opposition to be seen to exist is when Raila Odinga and the Uhuru Kenyatta, or the Kenyattas and the Odingas are at par. As long as they come together, they can come together, there will be no opposition. And I'm saying this to them, that because they thought by coming together they will control the politics and the leadership of this country, they have cheated themselves. Kenyans, we are wise than ever before, and we have rejected that. They thought they would use that mechanism to block Mheshimiwa Samoei Ruto from ascending to power. Kenyans, they have demonstrated very clearly that they do not recognize Raila and they don't recognize Uhuru, but they recognize their constitution that allows them to be free, picket, demonstrate, assemble together and express their views. That's what the Constitution said. And I'm saying this. We are not looking backwards. We cannot be threatened. We are going to field a candidate in Msambweni, and our candidate will beat Raila's candidate hands down. Hakuna pale watakimbia. Wataenda kwa shimo, tutawafuata kwa shimo. Watapanda juu ya miti, tutawafuata juu ya miti. Lazima candidate wetu ashinde Msambweni, waweke polisi. See what happened yesterday. The Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, who is elected, listen, bwana, by Kenyans, was blocked from going to Kisii. What does that mean? Uhuru's votes are not important, and I want to tell him, Uhuru Kenyatta, look at me. Your votes are not important than...
Mheshimiwa, allow me to speak to Mheshimiwa Bonde Khalwale before I speak to Mheshimiwa Kimani Ichung'wah.
Asante sana. Yangu itakuwa tu kuomba msamaha kwa wenye inchi kutoka Msambweni vile mmesumbuliwa leo na polisi. Ninasema poleni, poleni sana, lakini tuko hapa. Tukiwa hapa mjue sisi hatumangamangi, sisi tunatangatanga. Na nyinyi ndio wenye Kiswahili mnajua tofauti kati ya kutangatanga na kumangamanga. Sisi tunatangatanga kwa sababu tunatafuta. Kwa heshima kubwa tumekuja kutafuta kura. Tunaomba urafiki yenu, tunaomba heshima yenu kwa candidates wetu wako hapa watatu, Mheshimiwa Nzuki, Mheshimiwa Faisal na Mheshimiwa Kilalo. Very soon tutampatia mmoja ambayo mtapigia kura. Tunyamazishe Raila, tunyamazishe Uhuru kabisa kabisa. Wa Kenya lazima mjue mojao sababu ya kuleta hii katiba ambayo iko sasa ndio hii. The Draconian Public Order Act yenye wanatumia sasa hivi kinyume ya katiba. The robust 2010 Constitution allows us to be here, allows us to eat anywhere, allows us to sleep anywhere. Sasa ikiwa mtakuwa mkiniuliza hata niwe nikitangaza kwa polisi nitaenda kulala wapi? Na mnajua tabia ya wanaume wengine huwa wako na mpango kamili na mpango kando.
Sawa, wacha tuzungumza na Mheshimiwa Kimani Ichung'wah, labda wa mwisho tu atuelezee hisia zake.
Mimi nataka niwakumbushe wa Kenya. Jana State Department Secretary of State wa Marekani walituambia that at the core of any functioning democracy is the right and freedom to assemble and associate. I have freedom to assemble anywhere in this country with anybody and associate with anybody, with Faisal and the other candidates that are here. And therefore nobody should dictate to me that I must associate with the ODM candidate. Na kama kuna mtu anafikiria ya kuwa demokrasia itakuwa ni demokrasia ya polisi, tear gas na bunduki, those are dictatorships. And those are the issues that the international community is speaking to. Let us maintain our democratic ideals, and we want to reiterate that nothing will cow us. Not tear gas, not bullets, nothing will stop the hustler nation from moving forward. Nothing.
And are you going to unveil the candidate today?
As we said, we are to have a discussion and meet with all candidates and have a discussion and agree eventually on the candidates that we will work with. Therefore, we are not here to unveil any candidates as it is. We were to have, assemble, associate, and be able to interact with Kenyans. But you can hear now the police are even choosing for us where to sleep, where to eat, and even who to associate with. Okay. And let me reiterate to IG Mutiambai, please, I told you the other day, stop being misused. Your predecessor, Major General Ali, was misused as you're being misused, and he ended up at ICC.
Okay, thank you, Mheshimiwa. Well, there you have it. Those are leaders just giving their reaction towards what happened today here in Diani, Msambweni constituency since morning. And as they've said, they're going to have a discussion with the three aspirants, and they'll give a way forward. Back to you in studio. All
right, and Chanji, just before I let you go, I mean, we've seen the politicians and leaders speaking right behind you. The official campaigns begin on the 15th of October. Not a single one has a mask on. How concerned are they about COVID-19 at this time?
No, it is a matter that had also been raised by the police here, but according to them, they say, remember they've been given various views since the time that we saw the KEMSA issue, and most of them are insisting that now, because we've been shown by top leadership that they've been crisscrossing the country without the same. So most of the same were insisting that there's no any coronavirus, but what we know is that the virus is still here with us.
All right, and do put on your masks, Chanji, and keep safe. Well, let's move on now. And health workers in Makueni County have asked